Hey guys, well, whoever's listening, I pray that it I pray that it sparks something. What I'm saying, what I'm about to say, I'm just really in my thoughts. Really, what I'm thinking right now is like, you ever heard that song? I'm just a nobody, trying to tell somebody, trying to tell everybody about somebody that saves souls. I'm just a nobody, trying to tell somebody, trying to tell everybody all about somebody that saves souls. Yeah. And I really just want to take this moment and just pour out my thoughts. My thoughts. Like, we get so much anxiety and we get so caught up in this world, like, oh, I'm going to get a third job, I'm going to get a second job, I'm going to do this, or my mama did this, and I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to get this house, and I'm going to cop this new car. And that's us as humans. And it's like, tell God your plans and don't he laugh? Like, what about his plans for us? Like, what are we doing when it comes to his plans for us? And I had an encounter last night where there was a young lady who was a runaway, and I'm not gonna go into much of that for her privacy, but I was legit just thinking about having kids that didn't have parents. And I said, God, I'm not even prepared for that financially, but here I am putting him in a box. It's always been my passion to work with children. And I even started a nonprofit that hasn't even gone off the ground yet. That's neither here or there, but it just like for the simple fact that it was just on my mind right before I ran into that young lady that foster child that had run away. It was very emotional, and even though I haven't really been sleeping well, I just give God all the glory, because I thank God it was me that found her and not a monster. And that situation could have went 20 times worse. And I just pray for the orphans. I just pray for motherless, fatherless. God said, I am the father, your mother. And I just want somebody to get that concept, because you might as well say I was a motherless child and no father and no guidance. And I was that runaway. I was that child that was trying to escape through suicide and just trying to find a way out, and felt like the world was against me. And even into my adulthood, I felt like that. I don't want to be all over with this video, but at the end of the day, we got to trust God and all I getting understanding. There's a scripture in the Bible that says that we're going to be throwing money in the streets because it's not going to be any good anymore. We are heading into those times. We are in those times. So why stress about something that's not going to be any good to us anymore? Why kill over it? Why steal? Why destroy lives over it? And end up in a place we can't never get out of that's no good for none of us. So I encourage someone, if y'all got anything out of what I'm saying, I'm all over the place because that's what I said. I was spilling out my thoughts. I'm in my thoughts. And I just came out here because I left something in my car, and I said, you know what, my house is a bit much right now, so I'm gonna do it right out here where I'm talking, while I'm walking to my car. I could be full of anxiety and worried all over the place and stressed and concerned, but once you give it to God and once you decide you're gonna trust him and get him out of the box, it gets easier. Cast all your cares unto me. And I could say the same thing in every video, because it's just what you gotta live. This is how you gotta walk it. And people, somebody just asked me, another baby, she's 20 years old. She asked me, do I experience anxiety and how do I deal with it? And then when you give them the answer, you just like, are you able to receive that? My simple answer was, I pray. I didn't know what anxiety was until I lost my mother in 2019. And I just told someone this last night because they were grieving their grandmother, and I was telling them God didn't allow me to feel He doesn't allow me now to feel the full impact of what I should be feeling. I should be crushed. I wouldn't be able to bear a day-to-day life because of all the stuff that I endured. And I'm not saying that I'm the only one that go through stuff. I'm just telling my story. I don't know anyone else's, but this is what He confirmed to me. This is what God confirms to me. He's blocking that full blow. And I know He's doing it for so many other people, because how else would we be able to maintain a daily life or a functional mindset and maneuver around and get things done? Yes, it was harder then when I first got the hit, but it got a lot easier. And I just want to confirm that and comfort someone in that, knowing that it does get easier, even if you can't wrap your head around it. But the closer you get to God, the better everything works out. So, in a nutshell. Oh, excuse me.